Most people think job replacement will be obvious. A role disappears, a department shrinks, something clearly changes, but that's not how it's happening. In many cases, parts of jobs are already gone. No announcement, no clear moment, just less work left to do. Consider a typical analyst role. A few years ago, preparing a report required collecting data, cleaning it, analyzing trends, and presenting results. Each step took time. Now, much of that process can be automated. Data is pre-processed. Patterns are identified automatically. Draft summaries are generated instantly. The analyst still exists. The job still exists. But parts of the work have quietly disappeared. The same pattern appears in other roles. Marketing teams use AI to generate campaign ideas and content drafts. Legal teams use it to summarize documents and extract key clauses. Finance teams rely on automated systems to detect anomalies and generate forecasts. In each case, the role is not removed, but specific tasks within the role are. This is what makes the shift difficult to see. Jobs are not replaced all at once. They are reduced step by step. Each improvement looks like efficiency. Taken together, they change the structure of the role. Historically, automation often replaced manual labor in visible ways. Machines took over physical tasks. Factories changed. Workforces shifted. The impact was clear. White-collar work is different. It is composed of many smaller tasks: research, drafting, analysis, communication. AI targets these components individually. It does not need to replace the entire job, only enough of it to reduce the need for human input. This creates a gradual process. An employee saves time on one task, then another, then another. At first, productivity increases, more output with the same effort. But over time, something else can happen. If the total amount of work stays the same, fewer people may be needed, or expectations may increase to fill the gap. Either way, the structure changes. There is a reasonable counterargument. Some observers argue that AI will not replace jobs but transform them. As certain tasks disappear, new ones will emerge. People will focus on higher-level work, creativity, and decision-making. In many cases, that is already happening. Roles adapt, responsibilities shift, but this does not eliminate the underlying dynamic. Even if jobs evolve, the number of tasks requiring human input can still decrease. And when that happens across many roles, the demand for those roles may change as well. Another important detail is which jobs are affected first. The pattern is not random. Tasks that are structured, repeatable, and based on clear rules are easier to automate. This includes many forms of analysis, documentation, and coordination. Roles built around these tasks may see the earliest changes. Not complete replacement, but gradual reduction. There is also a timing effect. Organizations adopt these tools at different speeds. Some integrate them deeply into workflows. Others experiment more cautiously. But once a process is proven to save time, it tends to spread. What starts as an advantage for a few companies can become standard practice. And when that happens, the expectation changes. The faster process becomes the normal one. This leads to a second-order effect. If everyone can complete tasks more quickly, the baseline shifts. Producing a report in a day may become producing it in an hour. Generating one campaign becomes generating 10. The same role is expected to deliver more, or fewer people are needed to deliver the same output. This is why the change can feel invisible. No single step seems dramatic. Each tool adds efficiency. Each improvement looks beneficial. But the cumulative effect is different. The role becomes smaller in terms of required human effort. There is also a psychological factor. Because the job still exists, it feels secure. People continue performing it. They still produce results. But the nature of the work changes beneath the surface. More of it is supported by systems. Less of it depends entirely on human input. Over time, this can affect how roles are evaluated. If outputs look similar across employees, it becomes harder to distinguish skill levels. If tasks are automated, experience may matter less in certain areas. The visible signals of expertise shift, and so does how value is perceived. None of this means that white-collar jobs disappear overnight. In many cases, they will remain, but they may require fewer people, or different skills, or a different way of working. The change is not sudden, it is gradual, and that is what makes it easy to overlook. There is no clear moment when the job is replaced, only a series of small changes that reduce how much of it remains. The question is no longer just, will AI replace this job? It becomes, which parts of this job are already gone? Because that is where the shift is already happening, quietly, and often without being noticed.